Good afternoon everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So as for today, we are looking at excretion. Now under excretion, we are looking at the kidney's basic functional unit. So when we are talking about the kidney's basic functional unit, we are simply referring to what we call the nephron. How does it work? How does it operate? So this is the basic principle of the nephron. So this is the structure of the nephron. So when we look at the nephron, it has got these parts. So each part has got its own function, and you are required in an exam to identify them. It can come in paper 1 as well as paper 2. So for this, so blood will flow from, let's say it is from the body or from the heart. Now it is taken to the kidney. So the blood that comes from the heart is at very high pressure. Due to that, the blood that comes, as it comes, it seeps out of the blood vessel. So it seeps out of the blood vessel. That is the small components that are contained in blood. They are the ones that are able to seep out of the blood vessel. Now these components are what we call water, glucose, sodium ions, as well as some other materials. So one common question they might ask you in an exam is, why are proteins not able to enter the Bowman's capsule? The answer is very simple. You can simply say they are too big to enter there. So the seeping out of those components operates under what we call ultrafiltration. So ultrafiltration is the process whereby the blood coming with a very high pressure enters the Bowman's capsule via the afferent blood vessel. So when blood enters the Bowman's capsule, it moves. Now it moves, it reaches the point which we call the proximal convoluted tubule. Now remember I said that some materials such as glucose, amino acids, sodium ions are able to enter there. Now these materials are essential for a number of reasons. So due to that, at the proximal convoluted tubules, all the glucose as well as amino acids, all of them are reabsorbed back into the bloodstream because they are required by the body. So due to that, they are reabsorbed into the bloodstream. Now, there is the reabsorption of water, which is some water, not all of it, but some water as well as sodium ions, that is at the proximal convoluted tubule. So these blood vessels are the ones that make it possible for the blood to be reabsorbed back into the bloodstream. So this process is what we call selective reabsorption, because not all components are taken back into the bloodstream. Then the materials will move. So as the materials move throughout, these convolutions help it to reabsorb substances as well as slow down the substances effectively, thereby providing more time for it to enter the bloodstream. Just to mention, the materials that enter into this are now called glomerular filtrates. So when it moves as it moves, even at the loop of Eno, they are able to be reabsorbed. So when they are reabsorbed at all points, what will be happening is that some essential substances will be moving into the bloodstream. So as the materials move, they reach the point which we call the other convolution, the other folds, which we call the distal convoluted tubule. So at the distal convoluted tubule, the materials such as water this time as well as sodium ions are reabsorbed. It's only those substances, because at the proximal, all the glucose as well as amino acids are reabsorbed. So at this point, it's only water as well as sodium ions that are taken back into the bloodstream. So it is very essential for the body to keep these nutrients. So when we talk about water, it is important for what we call even homeostasis. It is important, as well as the sodium ions. They are the ones that maintain the pH. So there is need to retain retains some of it. Remember, not all of it is retained back into the bloodstream, but only some of it. So when this all happens, the remaining material is now passed through the collecting duct, which leads to the urinary bladder. The materials that enter the collecting duct is what we call urea mostly. Urea, some water, and some salts enter the collective duct or the collecting duct. So now this is the basic principle of how the nephron operates. Now it just goes beyond the reabsorption. So now you must ask yourself, why is it that they are reabsorbed? So this system also works under the influence of hormones. So the hormones that we have that operate are what we call antidiuretic hormone as well as aldosterone. So to begin with, antidiuretic hormone, which is also known as vasopressin, helps the reabsorption of water back into the bloodstream. So when the hypothalamus of the brain detects that the water levels are low, it is able to communicate with the pituitary gland, which secretes the antidiuretic hormone. Once secreted, the antidiuretic hormone stimulates. When we say stimulates, we are simply talking about causing an organ to perform a specific function. So the antidiuretic hormone now stimulates the kidney to open up the tubules so that there could be more selective reabsorption of water back into the bloodstream. That is when the water level in the bloodstream is extremely low. That is what happens. So the other hormone upon which the nephron works upon is the hormone which we call aldosterone. So this hormone which we call aldosterone stimulates the working of the nephron by increasing the permeability of the kidney tubules. So when they become permeable, they are now able to allow sodium ions to be reabsorbed back into the bloodstream. So that is how it works. So it works under those hormones. We have the antidiuretic hormone as well as the aldosterone hormone. Thank you very much for watching my video.